come down to sunny Devon. What an absolute cracking week. Hope everybody else has had a similar week. Been bloody gorgeous this week. I know it looks a bit like summer come early, but it could all go a bit Pete Tong yet. I think they're going a bit colder next week, but been glorious this week. So you saw me take covers off the veg filter last week. That was that. I'm still not quite ready to take the ones off the pond. Although it's been bright, beautiful days here this week, the nights it's been freezing. We've had a frost every morning this week, which been a bit of a bugger because I've had to take van to work this week because the electric bike's buggered up for some strange reason. I ain't used to scraping the screen off on the van. I've had to do that a couple of mornings. With the frost being a bit heavier, got away with it when it wasn't quite so heavy, but scraping the windscreen off, I nearly forgotten what that was like. Right, so this week we're going to be going into saving some money, right? So I said last week I can save you £2,000. Well, I can save you more than £2,000, but £2,000 is what I'm working out at over 20 years, right? So it'll take you 20 years to get you £2,000, but for an investment in solar, all right? Solar panels, not a big setup. We're speaking £500 here I've done it for, and it's coming a smidgen under it for all the bits I've bought. I've bought new panels. As I said last week, I could have bought second-hand panels and saved myself a bit of money and made a bit more power off the panels as well, but I wanted to do it so at a way that everybody could do it. Everything I've bought's online. I'll quite happy to pass over all the links for everything. But 480 watts worth of panels, so I've got 4 panels at 120 watts. I bought an inverter, all the cabling, the brackets, wire, everything. Right, it's all up here. I'm going to go up and I'm just going to plug it all together on the patio and show you what it can do before I mount it all on the roof. Show you how simple it is to set up. Right, this will save you £100 plus a year. £100 is kind of a minimum. If you can get those panels on a roof somewhere where they're in the sun for most of the day, like summertime, sort of 10 hours, 11 hours in the sunshine, fantastic. You will get £100 back a year. It will knock £100 off your electricity bill. So 4 years, 5 years, 4.5 years, you should get your money back on the £500 investment. After that, you're making back £100 a year. Cash ain't falling in your pocket, but it ain't going out of your pocket either. It's coming off your electric bill. So we'll have a quick skimmy at the fish a minute. I haven't chucked any food in, so they haven't come up. They got fed a lot earlier. It's now coming up on 9 o'clock in the morning. Sun's still pretty lowish yet, but we'll get these panels plugged together up here on the patio. We'll have a quick look at the fish on the way past and a look at the temp, and then go up on the top patio and I'll show you how to plug a load of panels together, which is quite frankly, it's wiring for idiots. Anybody can do it. So let's nip up there a minute, put a quick stop down here. Water's excellent. Temperature up between 12 and 13 degrees. It's been like that all week. I'll have a quick look at the temp before I got the steps. Filters aren't ready for a clean yet. That'll probably be Sunday. We're on the Friday at the moment, so you'll be watching this the Friday after I've filmed it. As I've said before, you have them all ready. Please click, like, subscribe, ram a thumbs up. Be much appreciated. Always happy to get a new subscriber and always happy to get a thumb. Right, so if you want to save yourself some money this week, whack a thumb in this week's video. Right, let's have a look at the temperature. So there you go. Sun's on the temperature probe really there, but it is glorious down here. We've got 20 degrees in the sunshine, the air, and the pond's at 12.6, 12.7. And as I said, it isn't quite 9 o'clock in the morning yet. It's nice keeping the covers on. It artificially keeps the water a bit warmer with the sun on the top heating it. And I know it would drop more overnight, so keeping the covers on stops the bounce from low to high temps day and night time. so it's best to keep them on for a bit yet, but I'm really itching to get them off and get this ponding season underway, same as everybody else's. So let's nip up onto the patio a minute and we'll see what's going on up here. Right then, what have we got up here? So we got a table full of goodies. We got cable, MC cable, MC connectors, some fuses, some terminals, mounting brackets for the solar panels, nice little inverter, exactly the same as the other one I've got. Okay, 600 watt grid tie inverter. Some of this stuff's come from Amazon, some of it's come from eBay, and over here we've got solar panels. So I've got 4 of these 120 watt panels. So I'm going to step the camera back, I'll lean them against the wall, wire them all up, put the wire on it and plug it in and see what happens. I'm hoping you can see this meter. I've brought the meter down here, but at the moment the house and everything is using 309 watts. I've already got 480 watts worth of solar running on my original setup, so that's chomping into this probably 200 watts plus, so it should probably be 600 odd, because I think she's even got the washing machine going in there. I've got this box out here, extension lead with a meter on that I can plug the inverter into. Let's set the camera up and show you what's what. Okay, so unfortunately I've plugged it all together and the damn inverter doesn't work. Can't believe it. Something as simple as that, and it's just not working. Can't understand it. Don't get it. Hold it. Okay, so here we are, back the day after. Amazon Prime kind of saved the day. Well, 2 days after. Amazon Prime saved the day. That was Friday. I was filming what was going on there. But today I'm back at a delivery. Last thing yesterday. Too late in the day to do this, but not too late to plug it all in, so that its work was working straight from sun up this morning. Right, the panels have been wired up. I'll chuck a wiring diagram up here, how they're wired, to give me well, supposedly 24 volts, 12 volts per panel, but each panel actually puts out 18 volts. So we've got 36 volts on 2 panels, 36 volts on 2 panels. Right, in series, then they're wired in parallel. So I've got 36 volts going in down at the inverter. Now I've put the inverter in the workshop. The cables just go in underneath the door. I'll roll the camera around in a second so you can see it. They just go in underneath the door. We're popping the workshop. It's now 10 something in the morning. A bit confusing because of the hour jump. We're on the clocks forward day. But these didn't come into the sun till about 8:30 because the sun comes up over here. Panels on the roof been in the sun since first thing this morning. These have only been in the sun for probably an hour, hour and a half. Right, I'll just show you where the cables come in a minute, or going in. So down here going into the under the workshop door there, for a small gap I managed to find. I've just plopped the cables in. So say these 4 panels are wired up, 2 in series, then in parallel. They're marked at 18 volts, but they class them as like a 12 volt panel. So you could wire them up to give you 12 volts, right, 24 volts or 48 volts. But if you look on the back of the actual panels, they give out 18 volts. So I've wired 2 in series, then 2 in parallel, which gives me about 36 volts down at the controller. The other controller, I had them wired up at 12 volts, but it just didn't work. That was set up to run on a slightly different voltage to the one I've got here now. I couldn't get the same one, unfortunately. That was the last one the guy must have had that was on Prime. I had to go for a slightly bigger one, so it cost a bit more. But there is loads of them on eBay and Amazon, but most of them post from China, so you need to allow about a month for them to get to you. Right, let's pop into the workshop a minute and we'll see what's actually coming in power wise. Okay, second for the camera to adjust to the light. Come over here. Here's the 2 cables coming in. as I say, they just traipsed across from the door over there to here for now. Excuse the mess. This is the inverter I got. I think unfortunately I'm going to have to mount it on the wall over here, that way up as well, upside down, and that's really going to annoy me with that label. But I need the cables the way round that they are for it to reach the socket over here. Right, so on the panels on the roof at the moment, they are making 213, 215 watts. Okay, the one new panels out there, they're making 203, 204. So incidentally, the ones that are flat on the roof at the moment are making more, considering it's the same size banks. But these panels, I'm going to be putting them on the roof. Right, this connection, you take it into your, I won't say the word, is slightly, you shouldn't do it, but there, it does work. Alright, so again, this is the inverter I ended up with. This one came via Prime. I think he was 130 something. The other ones were under 100. This takes the spend up to over 500, but what could I do? I needed to show you guys. Ideally, I wanted another one like that. That one has run flawlessly for 2 years now. As you can see on it, it says this one will handle between 22 and 60 volts DC. This one here handles between 20 and, oh, it's upside down for you, 20 and 45. Right, it's getting 36. The one over here is getting 36 as well. Okay, this one at first setup will charge the battery bank before the inverter comes on, so the batteries are charged before the inverter kicks in. And so far this morning, in the time that the new panels have been on, they've earned 8 pence. Okay, so like I say, this isn't going to be quick, but this system, you put it in on your pond, it'll take the edge off it. I mean, you imagine your pond running now with just half this system, which is what I've just shown you. That's 205, 200 watt, oh, 200 watts there, look, of power that will power your pond. So if the sun's out, your pond's running for free. Simple as that. All you need is a good sunny spot in your garden where the panels will get as much sunshine as possible. The angle I don't think is too important with these smaller panels. And incidentally, today, going out on the pond, I've actually got, I'm hoping you can see it there, 199 watts running out on the pond, because now with this solar I can afford to have the UV light on in the day. I'm going to get that wired in so it's on a timer, so it comes on when the panels are making, so that's running for free. Alright, let's pop out on the step a minute. I'll get the final rundown on this. Okay, so there, as you can see, that's how to put a small solar setup on your pond. I'll pop some links in down the bottom or for under the video for the bits that I got, but you can hunt these bits down on eBay and Amazon and on the internet. Basically you want sub 500 watts really. That won't generate more than what you've got using in your actual house. There's no point making more than what you're using. It's just going to boost on your side of the meter what you're using and save you a few pennies. Now for that £500 spent on that, by what I've learned over the last 2 years with it, and before that really, because it was nearly 3 years that I've had it I think, or 2.5 years at least. Just first setup I didn't have the grid tie inverter, I was just charging the batteries and using them. You will get your money back on this now in 5 to 6 years easily. Alright, all you need to be able to do is get the panels somewhere where they get as much sunshine as possible. You can get them in the sun sort of from dawn till dusk almost, and some light. The smaller panels like this don't really, I think, it doesn't seem to make a lot of difference on their angle or their orientation, which way they're facing. They can be flat on a flat roof, so they can go on shed roof, no problem if it's in the sun all day. They're quite small, so they fit quite easily, and it's an absolute piece of piss to wire up. So £500 outlay, paid for themselves in 5, 6 years, probably 5 years if you got them in a good spot. Right, they should run for 25 years or more making money. Right, you're going to save yourself £100 a year. In fact, it's probably going to be more than that. That's at current rate. I'm allowing 30p per kilowatt hour, which is what I'm paying. It should be a penny or a couple of pennies more than what a lot of people seem to be paying, which is pissing me off. But there, 30p a kilowatt hour. You should get your money back, simple as that. And you can put it on the roof of your filter house or whatever, if it's in the sun. Plug it in inside your filter house, and there, it's using solar power, saving you money. Right, anybody that wants to know a bit more on this and whether it is possible to totally run a solar pond, I will say yes, it is possible to do it totally on solar. But you're going to need a lot bigger system than you think to get you through the winter months, to keep the batteries charged and run it. But it is possible, it is doable for you to totally run the pond on solar power. With what I got there now, I'm probably halfway there. I'd need a battery bank twice what I've got and twice the amount of panels. You need a 2 kilowatt worth of panels, I would have thought, at least, to be able to get away with it. As you can see, fish are all happy, sun's out again, been a beautiful week. They aren't giving it so nice next week, so won't be making so much of the money on solar, but there you go. Pond covers are still on. See Leon there, budget koi keeping, was having a few problems with the fish. A lot of it I think is temperature bounce this time of year. Same as you go into autumn, you can get warm, really warm days, cold nights. That bounce upsets the fish. Alright, I think a lot of it's that, and don't feed them until you're sure that things are right. If things aren't looking right, don't feed. Oh, it's all sorted in now, Leon. Hope you like the Prezi. Hopefully you will have had it by then. Right. So next week, covers off? Quite possibly. We'll have to see. Anyway, from down here at Devon Koi, if you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up, smash like, subscribe, and we'll be back for another exciting instalment next week. I'll get those panels mounted on the roof by then and the box properly set up there, but we're getting there. So from down here in Devon, bye for now and happy ponding. Catch you on the next one.